Hello Internet, I'm Dimitri Viho from 3viewrating, and this is our first comic reviews. Now, quick update, I will not be reviewing anything out of DC's Villains Month. With that being in the way, let's dig in this week's comics. Now, Jonathan Hickman made it clear that you should probably read New Avengers and Avengers to know what's going on, and in Infinity, it really does show, because, and I'm not saying it's bad anyway, because it does have recap boxes, but there's certain scenes, like there's a fight scene in space, and you're just like, what? There's a fight scene and I didn't see it? But yeah, that doesn't mean it's a bad comic, and I would say this is a borrow. Now, I had a lot of fun with Superior Spider-Man number 17. The story was great, the art is awesome, and Spider-Man from the future is just automatically badass. What I have a problem with is the new Spider-Man, which, for those of you who don't know, Dr. Octopus, he took control of Peter Parker's body. Now he's the new Spider-Man, and quite frankly, it's just not working for me. And so, other than that, it's really good. I would have to give it a borrow. So, X-Men, Battle of the Atom. It exists. No, there's much more to the book. It's actually really more of a prequel to events that's happening later on in the X-Men books currently being published right now. But all I have to say on the book is this: unless you really want to get into the series, I would say just skim it. Now, I've mentioned already Battle of the Atom in this video, but where I said like the first book was really just more of a skim through and you really don't have to read it. And the reason I said that was because it really, more stuff happens in all new X-Men number 16. But yeah, this is really more where it's everything's explained more in detail. The only complaint I can really have is some of the designs for the new future X-Men. It's just like, really? But aside from that, I'm gonna have to give it a borrow. Army of Darkness Hex / is the latest Army of Darkness crossover that Dynamite Comic has recently released. And it has everything you expect from an Army of Darkness title. It's gory, it's over the top, and Ash just being badass. And it is really enjoyable to read, and I would have to say you should probably buy it. I wanted to like this book. I really tried to, but I just couldn't let myself do it. If you don't know by now, the Star Wars is based off the rough draft from George Lucas' original script, and yeah, it shows. And it doesn't mean that when he wrote Star Wars that Lucas is a bad writer. It just goes to show you that first drafts are never really that good. So, unless of course you're like me and you're gonna read it to see how this goes down, I would say don't buy it at all. Invincible. Or at least that's what it's called recently. But Invincible is the latest comic off the long-running series Invincible, obviously. And all I have to say is this: if you're a fan of the series like myself, this is really just filler, and it's kind of hard to get introduced to the characters. Of course, you really know them, but yeah, it's really, I don't really know what to say to this book, other than just skip it. You're not going to miss much out of it. So, Invincible's universe, I was really enjoying the hell out of it when I was reading it, and it was getting so good, so good. And then finally, something happens in the last few pages of the book that makes you just kind of cringe your head and just go like, what? Huh? And it is because of that reason that I'm going to have to say it's kind of a tough vibe here, because I'm just going to have to give it a skim. And that's all I have to say about this week's comics. If you like this, please subscribe, and if you're from the viewer, click the link right here to get next week. So, yeah.